All right, this is trending Arizona news. Apache Junction police officer Gabriel Facio's life, service, and sacrifice were honored in a proclamation made Wednesday by the Pinal County Board of Supervisors. Facio was shot June 2nd in the line of duty and died of his injuries on Sunday. His bravery and devotion to duty exemplify the highest ideals of law enforcement, and he will be deeply missed by his fellow officers, his community, and all who had the privilege of knowing him. The proclamation states, the board expresses its deepest condolences to his family, colleagues, and all those affected by his passing. The proclamation states, let it be known that his courage, dedication, and sacrifice will never be forgotten, and his memory will live on in the hearts of those he served and protected. Okay, let's play the video. If I can find it.
Now back to the Valley and a news alert from Apache Junction. An officer shot in the line of duty has died.
Police held an emotional press conference today, followed by a solemn procession carrying the officer's body. Nicole Christine joins us live with the latest tonight.
Well, good afternoon, Ashley and Brian. Just a sad day here in the East Valley and across the valley in total, because this is the type of thing we never want to have to report on. Behind me, the hospital where Officer Gabriel Facio spent 6 days fighting for his life before his family made the devastating decision today to take him off life support. You mentioned that procession a couple of hours ago from the hospital, taking his body to the medical examiner's office in Phoenix. Now, as that procession began, you could see that there was a line of officers that were saluting Officer Facio and his body on its way. Now, he worked for the Apache Junction Police Department for nearly 4 years, but his biggest pride was his family. He's a husband and a father of 2. He has a daughter set to be married this August, and also a son with a child of his own. Police Chief Michael Pooley emotional today as he shared news of Facio's death, as well as gratitude for the support shown this past week. Chief Pooley sharing how important Officer Facio was to him with tears in his eyes.
And I said it last time and I'll say it again, he was one of my favorites. I loved that guy. Absolutely just love Gabriel. His dad and his mom are crushed. His wife is devastated. His kids are lost. But every one of them has wanted me to let everyone know in the community how much they know they are supported and loved.
Now, the man who shot Officer Facio is still in the hospital. He was shot himself by police officers. But Chief Pooley says that once he's released from the hospital, he will be facing a homicide charge. Now, speaking about community support, we spoke with Apache Junction Mayor Chip Wilson today before the press conference. He said that there are businesses in the area that have expressed that they plan to have some part of their proceeds this week go toward the family and helping them heal. We know there's a barbecue fundraiser.
Okay, we don't get a suspect name in our article. So this officer, I think they said it was like road rage. They don't say it in our article. But let me go over here. Apache Junction officer, and he got shot, and then he died 6 days later. So he gets shot in the 6th month and then dies 6 days later. So you get that 6 and that 6. In a lot of the trending stories, that 6 has been popping up all across the trending news. The Carter 6 with Lil Wayne. And remember, Taylor Swift bought back her first 6 albums from the label or whatever. So that stuff all trending with the 6th month. So let's see in one of these other articles, is there a name? I don't think that we're getting a name yet. Let me click on this. See right there, died 6 days after being shot in the face by a driver who had been pulled over for brandishing a gun in a road rage incident. Okay. So 6 days after being shot, he dies. He's dead in the 6th month, right? Shot in the face by a driver who had been pulled over for brandishing a gun in a road rage incident. On the morning of Monday, June 2nd, Officer Facio and additional officers responded to a road rage incident involving a driver who had allegedly threatened others with a gun. After being pulled over, the driver was initially cooperative. However, when asked to step out of the vehicle, he became aggressive, retrieved a handgun from the glove compartment, and exited the vehicle. Officers ordered him to stop and attempted to subdue him with non-lethal weapons, but the subject fired at the officers, striking Officer Facio in the face. Wow, look at the language here. Facio shot in the face. You see that? Facio shot in the face in the 6th month, dies 6 days later after being shot. Shot has S, 6 has S. They mentioned sacrifice about 2 or 3 times in our article. Sacrifice has S as well. And rushed to the hospital, remained in critical condition before succumbing to his wounds, excuse me. And again, the subject was injured and also taken to the hospital. He will be charged with homicide. So I'm not saying that this didn't happen. And this hospital that he passed at, it's about 3 miles roughly from where I'm at. And I'm right here on the border of Apache Junction and Mesa. So regardless if everything is correct here, right? I want to show you some interesting connections that are facts. I have to come in from this angle on this Arizona A to Z Decodes channel. Check this out. I just told you sacrifice S, shot S. On Sunday, S dies 6 days, 6S, right? After getting shot. Okay? And June is the 6th month. Look at that in the language. Look at shot and sacrifice. And you see how they bring up sacrifice in the article here. I circled it. Look. Sacrifice has 62 like shot. 6-2, he was shot on 6-2, the 6th month and the 2nd day. June 2nd. And then he died 6 days later, June 8th. That's the day leaving 206 days in the year. 206, that's like the 2nd day of the 6th month. Okay, shot 6-2. And then he dies the day leaving 206 days. When shot and sacrifice equals 62, you also get 46 with sacrifice and shot. Look, Arizona, we have the 602 area code, which is 206 reversed, or like the 2nd day of the 6th month when this officer is shot. The 602 area code is located in the state of Arizona and observes Mountain Standard Time. It includes the city of Phoenix and Maricopa County. It also includes parts of Glendale and Paradise Valley. Okay? And this is Apache Junction, Arizona. East of Phoenix. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? I mean, what's going on here? Isn't that interesting? What's up with that? Okay? And even look, when I show you this code over here, look, even Phoenix equals 26. I mean, if you're an outsider looking in, Phoenix also has that 46 like shot and sacrifice. But Phoenix has the 2 and the 6. If you're looking in, or even if you're here, you think of Arizona, you think Phoenix, right? Check that out. Phoenix has the 26 even. With that 602 area code, 206 like 26, like the second day of the 6th month, shot and sacrifice 62. Phoenix has 46 like sacrifice and shot. Even though this was Apache Junction, you know what I'm saying? But with these breakdowns, I always see these numbers in the Phoenix area. And the the suburbs around it, or other little towns and such all around the Arizona area, I always see these numbers, okay? Even Facio, this is the last name. Facio 101. That's the reverse cipher. 101 is the 26th prime number, y'all. Look at that right there. So how does that happen? Is this just exposing the code? Is there something with our number system, something with the language that we weren't told? What is it? Is this really happening? Just by this code? Are these stories hidden? Is there somebody making sure this happens by the code? They mentioned sacrifice at least 2 times in our article. Look at his first name, Gabriel. 135. Shot on the 153rd day of the year. Dies 6 days later. But look at that. 153, 135. You see how the first and the last names sync up here with what's going on. He dies on a 39 date numerology. Arizona equals 39. Even this audio in the article, 39 seconds. We might just play that right now, just to show you over here. 39 seconds. See that right there? 39 seconds.
Florence, Apache Junction police officer Gabriel Facio's life, service and sacrifice were honored in a proclamation made Wednesday by the Pinal County Board of Supervisors. Facio was shot June 2nd in the line of duty and died of his injuries on Sunday. His bravery and devotion to duty exemplify the highest ideals of law enforcement, and he will be deeply missed by his fellow officers, his community and all who had the privilege of knowing him, the proclamation states. The board expresses its deepest condolences to his family, colleagues, and all those affected by his passing, the proclamation states. Let it be known that his courage, dedication, and sacrifice will never be forgotten, and his memory will live on in the hearts of those he served and protected.
They're saying sacrifice, man. And then sacrifice syncs up in the language. Okay, Apache Junction, we call it AJ out here for short. Look at AJ, ordinal cipher. 11. You see that? A is the first letter, J is the 10th letter, right? 10 plus 1 is 11. Gabriel, Facio, 88. So you get 11 and 88. And then Apache Junction, Arizona equals 118. You get the 11. You get the 8. He died on the 8th of June. Even Gabriel Facio, 61 in reduction. That's the 18th prime number. And I always see the 18 as well. I'm out here in Arizona, okay? My birthday's 8/18/81. Don't ask me how this works out. Don't ask me. It's interesting, isn't it? These same numbers circulate around these Arizona stories, man. And it happens over and over and over again.
The Apache Junction police officer who was shot in the face in the line of duty on Monday has now passed away. Apache Junction Police Chief Michael Pooley says Officer Gabriel Facio died this afternoon at the hospital. Officer Facio was
he died on the 8th day of the 6th month. 86 is referring to get rid of somebody, to get rid of, to kick out.
Was with the department nearly 4 years.
Say sacrifice.
He was a father of 2, a husband, a son, a grandfather. Chief Pooley says Officer Facio fulfilled a childhood dream when he earned his badge.
He's from Mexico, and he actually always...
Even this guy's name is Pooley, like pool. It's like pool weather right now in June. Heavy in Arizona, man.
Wanted to be a police officer. So right after he got married 25 years ago, he came to the United States with the whole...
Married 25 years ago, dead in the year 25.
Intention of getting his citizenship to become a police officer. And he made that goal.
Chief Pooley said...
And he's from Mexico? Isn't there a bunch of immigration stuff going on right now?
Says this is the first time the Apache Junction Police Department has lost one of their own in the line of duty since 1987. Officer Fox.
I was going to say, man, don't say 86. Don't say 88.
Facio's funeral services are planned for Monday, June 16th.
Funeral services planned for 6/16. Man, with all the immigration stuff going on, this guy from Mexico, they say sacrifice. Something else too, look at this code. I told you the 18 always pops up out here in Arizona, Valley of the Sun. Right? Again, Apache Junction, Arizona, 118, AJ 11, Gabriel Facio 88, like 18. Gabriel Facio 61, the 18th prime. Look at over here. Look at this. Sun equals 18. You see that? Valley of the Sun. And look at this right here. 5 plus 4, 9. 9. 2 plus 7, 9. 1 plus 8, 9. You see that? Right? It's the same thing over and over again. I want to go back over here. Look at, he was 46 years old. Look at that right there on the fly. 46 years old when shot and sacrifice equal 46. Look on the fly, man. These are just stories by the numbers. Remember Phoenix 46 as well. Look at that. You got to be kidding. Look at this, man. That's undeniable. What the hell is going on here? I don't see a name or anything for the suspect, man. There's something sinister going on here. Like, I mean, for real, those 46s, the 62s, and the 26 are hitting too heavy. Okay? And dying in the 6 month, 6 days after getting shot, he dies. And then the, what did they say? Services or the funeral or whatever, the 16th day of the 6th month. I know that's a famous birthday. That's Tupac's birthday. Not saying that connects here, but I'm just going to put this police chief, Michael Pooley. Look, Pool's hit heavy in this area right now in the month of June. Complete pool weather. Let me just put this guy's name. I'm not trying to stretch on anything here. Just let me put this guy's name in here. Wow, there's Tupac's death date. And they said funeral service are on Tupac's birthday. Right there. Let's see if this matches anything else that I have here. And we're about done here, you know. Wow. Wow, look at that. Look at that right there. Michael Pooley has the 59 like Apache Junction. You see that? That's the guy who was speaking, if you heard it. Apache Junction Police Department Chief Michael Pooley. Even syncs up with Apache Junction right there. I'm just saying, man. I'm just pointing this out. And it said he was 46, man. I mean, RIP, right? They say sacrifice 2 or 3 times in our article. Remember they said he's from Mexico? And there's immigration stuff going on as well. There could be a connection there. Okay, so and you know what? They said road rage. Let's go ahead and toss that in the calculator. I feel like it's appropriate. Look at that. Road rage 48 right there. Arizona's the 48th state. And Arizona equals 84 in this code. Look, road rage has 42 like Arizona. Road rage has 42 like Arizona. Look at that. And remember, he died on a 39 date numerology. Arizona equals 39. Road rage has 48. Arizona equals 84. And Arizona's the 48th state, man. Come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Fake world, Arizona. Fake world. Do you hear me? Comment on these videos. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep this channel up. I may just start incorporating this on my main channel, Daily Decodes 812. If you want to go check that out. If there's any real people out there, this info needs to be out into the universe. Soak it up. RIP to this officer. All right? Until next time.